Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be going through the new notice on Twitter that we got for the Valentines event. A couple things that will be happening co-op, but everything that hasn't been going on in the background, I haven't been making videos because everything that has been released since my last video till now has kind of been felt like a catch-up. Like, hey, you're new. You just downloaded Steam, you're new to the game, you haven't been able to keep up with everyone. Here's the moment to play and get everyone up to date. So, experience quest, grinding all the way to level 70, bunch of memory crystals. We have very hard dungeons coming back that were previously in the game, but they were gone because of time. And they didn't give a second chance for another reward, so it's really meant for players who haven't done it yet. And there's nothing wrong with that, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But everything that's been released, rerun of Sephiroth, etc., every single event and every single quest and every single thing going on has felt like catch-up mode. So there hasn't been really much to talk about in terms of like me making content or videos. I'm enjoying playing Power World on stream over my Twitch channel, hanging around chat, doing different things. Gonna play Baldur's Gate 3 very soon. But when it came to content for evercrisis, I never really felt like there was something I need to talk about immediately until now, because now we got Final Fantasy. So sorry for not posting a bunch of content, because I felt like the content is just catch-up content and you guys are probably saving a bunch of resources, gems, and just waiting for the next big thing to come out. And this might be it. It does look like another Christmas tree grind event, but we'll see how that goes when we get that event out. So this is the trailer that they just posted for a little early Valentine's, and it's going to be featuring Yuffie. The music on it is pretty good, but I already got my music playing in the background, so I don't want to overlap it. They show a couple scenes here with Aerith Cloud, date night, Tifa Cloud, date night, Barrett Cloud, date night. Hey man, gold saucer, anything's possible. And then they show this. Right, Hell House and Yuffie costume. So we know that we're getting the costume for Yuffie. It's going to be a maid costume. Honestly, I don't see why they wouldn't do Tifa and Aerith as well. Since Yuffie's a news character, they're going to advertise her first. But just like the Christmas event, there was multiple Christmas costumes, right? We should have got one for Barrett and Red 13. Just saying, reindeer, Santa Claus, Barrett, you know, lots of possibilities. But we did get multiple Christmas costumes. And in the notices, they show another weapon, but the actual Hell House fight itself looks pretty cool. All right, it's a Hell House, but all covered in cakes and sweets for Valentine's Day. And Yuffie's costume, yeah, it looks good. If you're a Yuffie fan, looks totally fine. I think if there's going to be an Aerith one or a Tifa one, I'm probably going to pull for those ones instead, depending what the costumes do. Now, I'm really hoping that this might come with a buff duration, or it might just give her something completely different for her kit. It's going to be a little bit awkward talking about it when it comes to what's currently in the game and currently what we got, because that comes out, I believe, on the 30th. Let's check that notice real quick. This should be the one right over here. This comes out January 30th, and her current banner, which is featured number 2, is February 1st. So we do have time in between to kind of see if that costume's good or this one's good. So if you're someone who hasn't pulled yet like myself, there is time between the both of them, according to the notice. I could be wrong. There could be like some kind of like, oh, the time zone will actually overlap. But from over here, it says as of January 30th, 6 p.m., the event Secret Sweetheart will be held. All right. So by the looks of this, see the little 4 out of 5 and Barrett walking. This reminds me of the Christmas tree where we had to wait for those Christmas presents to appear. They have the part 1 into stage 2. You'll probably have to hit a certain score. You get these tickets out of the Christmas tree or completing the dailies, right? Take on gathering leveling battles to raise the item gathering level, which is 1 out of 16. So this reminds me a lot of the Christmas tree event, and I think it is exactly the same, right? You clear the levels, you get the score, so on, yeah. Item gathering can include score battle keys that allow you to take on the score battle, as well as limited 5-star weapons and various valuable items. So the way they handled it before was time gated, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. So I'm hoping that they don't time gate it, where you can just go in, level up your tree or Barrett, walking to max level 16 right away, get all the quests unlocked, and then farm as much as you want, right? As in the terms of the keys, because the keys were already one block, where it's like you can't go in there unless you have the amount of keys. And then there was time gated. So the double lock wasn't the funnest, or it just didn't feel good. So I'm hoping they do it a little bit differently, or more ways of getting those 5-star weapons and so on and so on. Because if you really missed a couple days and you didn't like check on your Christmas tree, it kind of sucked. So That being said, we'll see how they do it. They'll see how they handle it. Either way, we're going to figure it out for ourselves and just get it done, right? Now, we have got this new oven mitt for Tifa. Tifa's oven mitts, and that's why I think we are going to get a costume for Tifa. We should. I don't see why they wouldn't bank on that, right? That's definitely get them more people coming in for draws just to see what Tifa's wearing, see what Aerith's wearing, see what Cloud is wearing. Who knows, right? Now, the actual stats for this are not out yet. They will be out, I believe it is tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to this whole entire event. But overall, that and the co-op, again, catch up, right? Coming soon, co-op battles. Here comes Ifaramu again, right? Here's our chance to fully go ahead and stock up on those guys if you haven't done already. Get it all done, right? So that starts on the 30th as well. So another catch-up event. Nothing too crazy. Now, I'm hoping that when it comes to the future of the game, they're going to start adding more Chocobo stuff. They're going to start adding more in-game mini-games, something like a gold saucer. We know that something is coming. Not going to really talk about it because it's kind of like not official yet. But most of you guys know what it is. And I'm looking forward to it if they do it properly. You guys can look it up if you like. It has to do something with a big party. Let's just put it that way. So, with all that being said, current banners going out right now are February 4th, Red 13, and we got Yuffie's banner on February 1st. I think Yuffie is a great character. I think she's a good pickup. Ultimatic is a great sub-weapon for a lot of characters, especially if you pull for Cloud's Final Fantasy 9 weapon. Ultimatic, this weapon right here, will definitely pair up really well and just work on a lot of characters because it has huge boost attack with boost attack potency stance. And then Yuffie's costume is going to be one of her key points. Depending if they give her more buff duration costumes, this might be the only chance to get it. Now, I'm not saying you need her to pass the content. Is she strong? Yes. Red 13's costume and banner definitely a letdown. Doesn't mean that Red 13 is bad at all. Red 13 is actually a very powerful unit for a lot of the hard content. He's that niche character that you would put in to help you pass a lot of the things that would kind of like, I don't know, slow you down, right? A way to raise your defenses or raise the lower the enemy's attack. Like, he adds value, and that costume he has does add a lot to his limit break value and anything else they want to give him going forward. But as you can see, I'm at 109,000. I'm currently still saving. So I'm very curious what this Valentine's banner is going to be. These costumes, and there's going to be multiple. They're probably going to spread them like a week apart or something like that. Like here's Yuffie's banner, and then after here's Tifa's banner. They're not going to drop them all at the same time. At least that's not how they've been handling it this entire time. They usually give a little break in between them, and then they sit there for a little bit. So with all that, the new notice is there was some kind of issues with login. They're going to fix it. Maintenance, they're going to give out some compensation. The events that are ending are Sephiroth. I ended up doing Sephiroth on both my No Overboost account, No Overboost, and this account. They both finished the co-op, both of them. Thanks to my viewers, I appreciate that. Everyone that was there, help out with the carrying. And then this account could do the Crash 2. It's just going to take a couple attempts, and I don't know if I want to put that much effort in there just for a title and a couple blue crystals. But I think I'll attempt it probably one of these nights on stream in the next 24 hours because that's all we have left. But this shop was very straightforward, very easy to pass, no problem. I got to do a co-op today, I think. Yeah, I got to do a co-op. Speaking about co-ops, don't forget that there's the campaigns going on right now. And some people just forget to click on the campaign. But this has, again, 24 hours by the time you watch this video, and one of them is clear 10 normal co-ops. So all you guys got to do is go into co-op and get a buddy of yours and go to the lowest one. You don't have to do a party of 3. You can just run this quest at 2. All these are clear. They're not going to give new blue crystals. You don't really need this stuff if you're someone who's been playing near the first month, right? If you're a newer player, farming this stuff is totally fine. But overall, just go to one of the ones you know you can beat very easily and just beat the first one over and over and over 10 times, 100 stamina, and you're done. No struggle. If you want to farm it, go ahead and do the higher ones. It's all dependent on you. But don't forget, weekly exchange shop has happened. We have more weapon parts. We also have Yuffie's weapon parts over here. So make sure you guys get that. It's a monthly one. It's going to be there for a little bit, so if you miss it, no problem. But also in the next 2 days, just a little heads up, the Buster Sword should be back in the Crisis shop. So make sure you guys come here and check out the Buster Sword. It's the next copy. It seems the only place that they're putting it at the moment. And speaking about Crisis dungeons, I know I haven't posted a video on the very hard stuff yet, and that's because I haven't really got around to doing it at the moment. I still got to run mine. This is my day 1 account, so everything's S+, And you can see Mithril Mine. I went in, I tried, and I didn't bring in the proper stuff for the dragon, and I died to poison. I'm like, I'll do it later. It's been quite a bit since later, 20 days ago, right? So that's there for a whole month, and I think I did everything else. So yeah, on my no overboost account and this account, I'm gonna go tackle Mithril Mine still. We still have 10 days, so that gives us a chance to get all characters to 70, gear them up, new banners, whatever we gotta do. But I'm gonna get to that content as soon as I can. So on this account, I've passed everything. It is a free-to-play account if you guys are curious. Oh, well, how do you have 109,000? I get that comment a lot. Just skipping a lot of banners that I don't care about and saving up, right? Just really caring about those characters I like or something I think that's very good for the meta. But see, besides that, there is that bomb thing. If you do all the bomb quests, it counts for the Sephiroth mission, so you got both the missions done. I've been doing that every day, and I'm nowhere near completing these shops. Nowhere near completing these shops. So if I go to exchange, I got this first shop kind of done, and then the second shop kind of just the tickets, and all these member crystals to still go for. All my characters are level 70 except for 2 of them, and I have 1 out of 1. I gotta do this. I got all my characters at 70 except for 2 of them. So Zach and Glenn are the last 2 characters that I currently doing for that. But that's it. Everything else going on has been pretty straightforward, guys. Don't forget to do the bomb quest for 777,777 experience for all 3 characters. If you're trying to farm up for the coins for this, co-op is the best way to go because you might run into someone who has red 13 costume on or their weapon, right? And if you do, you get more co-op medals. If you guys play the co-op, it gives you co-op bonus as well. So there's a little bit more medals to get in co-op. So if you're there just for the medals, play co-op instead if all your characters' levels are maxed out. If your characters aren't maxed out yet, continue to do Bomb Quest 1, because Bomb Quest 1 and the highest Bomb Quest give the exact same amount ratio for energy cost. So every 1 energy you spend, you get this many gold medals. It doesn't matter which quest you spend it on, these medals will always be the same depending on how much energy you spend. So there's no difference farming the low ones or the high ones. So if you're someone who's stuck on that hard quest, don't worry about it. But yeah, that is pretty much the entire update video. Like I said, everything's been catch up, so I haven't been really making videos on that. I could, if you guys want me to like talk about every single little thing that happens. I have a little podcast video. A lot of you guys come to my stream and say, hey, I just want you to make a video just so I have it in the background. And I really appreciate that. So yeah, I could just start being on top of the videos more, even if it's just something small, just something that they're mentioning, little issues here and there, just to say hi to you guys and keep up and see how you guys are doing. But yeah, I'm very curious. How's your counts going? How's your gem saving? What are you guys looking forward to in the future? I'm looking forward to increasing my Tifa or Sephiroth. Hoping for like Barret or Red 13 to get a good costume. And of course, the ultimate saving towards is Vincent's release. And I know that could be like a year from now. Who knows, right? But I'm currently saving for those kind of things. My Cloud is done. I didn't pull for Fire Cloud because I'm happy with my Murasami Cloud. He does tons of damage just with lightning, right? And he's got the Final Fantasy 9 weapon to back him up in any other situation. And then my Tifa does great damage and so does Sephiroth, but I want to perfect them. So on this account, that's what I'm looking forward to, is making them stronger. Because Aerith has been a great healer at 2400 healing with no OB6 weapons, like OB2 Fairy Tail. So I've been quite happy with my Aerith healing. That's totally fine. Very small healer, but big numbers. Let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you're saving for and what's your next big character that you want to work on. Besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.